So the goals of the course and the goals of all the course are really going to be to teach everybody how to use low-cost software that's easily usable by your basic average user. So you don't have to be a supercomputer genius to be able to use the software. And that could be another direction that some courses might go. I mean, if you think about ExoCAD, yes, ExoCAD is more powerful. That's what our labs mostly use. And that's a $5,000 to $10,000 software package, and it's very difficult to use. And so it's just not the way to teach to this kind of group of guys. When you start off, you need something that's low cost. You need something that's simple to use. And so that's really what Blue Sky Plan has aimed to do. Blue Sky has been a good company to partner with. I mean, their implants have been good, but their software has been really, really geared towards guys like us. Guys that don't want to go spend $5,000 on ExoCAD per office and use a really robust software. It just needs simplicity. So we talked about predictability. We talked about the speed of turnaround time is huge as a barrier towards case acceptance. So we were talking earlier, I kind of heard you talk about, doctor time and computer time. Yeah, this does increase doctor time and computer time. Design stuff does. Here's, the good news is, though, that I found that every time you design something or use an application, the next time you do it, it's about half the time as you did it previously. So if it takes you 2 hours to do a night guard the first time, second one is an hour, the next one's 30 minutes and 15 minutes. And it really gets to about that 6 to 10 point of doing something where now you're able to do it pretty quick. So we're routinely doing same-day surgical guides now. When the first surgical guide takes hours, we're routinely able to now numb a patient and then go scan them and have it designed in 5 and printed in 20 and be able to use it for same-day dentistry. And so it gets faster, but it takes practice and a lot of practice. And so be patient, keep practicing, keep doing it over. These guys will be annoyed too because they'll be like, I'm getting off here, what do I do? Close it, close the software and start over. It's like, what? No, I've put so much time into it, I can't do that. It's like, it's good for you. Just close it and do it again, and you'll have it done in half the time, and then half the time and half the time.
And Matt, even I've done surgery, only done maybe half a dozen surgical guys. But the other night at Maricopa after work, I stayed there, and the first few times I stayed there till 8:30 at night, working on a single case.
Yep.
And I only stayed about an hour and a half, and I did 3 surgical guides, printed them all at the same time.
Yep.
Only made them this big, just real small ones.
Yeah.
One tooth on each side.
Yeah.
I found that's easier for me to get in and out. So
Yep.
I cut them apart, and it only took me an hour and a half to do.
Yep.
It was way faster.
Yeah, and he's showed that well because he's getting a lot faster with them after about that 5 to 10 mark, and you don't have to be some supercomputer techie guy, right? I mean, it kind of applies to everybody. You don't have to know how to build computers to use this stuff, and so it's just a repetition. You got to that 5 to 10 mark, and you feel comfortable now doing them. So keep practicing. There's a learning curve. And delegation to staff. I mean, that's tough because that really requires you to be a master and then you to teach and them to go through a learning curve. So, slowly you could add that, delegating to staff, little things like teaching them how to set up the printer and pour the resin in. I mean, just as you feel comfortable, you can delegate to staff.
Can I say something about it?
Yeah.
So one thing I've noticed is that you'll get to a spot and you keep making the guide and it keeps doing something just whacked. So you go back a couple steps and you do it again, and it keeps doing it, keep doing it, and you'll do it 5 times. And then finally you're just like, screw it, I'm just gonna erase it.
Erase it, blank slate.
Fresh on making the guide. So from every step at the start to where you got stuck, it's quick, and then it was just something. It was one little click that was so deep that you missed it.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yep.
All of that time wasted was 5x what it would have been to just stop and redo.
Stop and do. Yeah.
So just start over.
Because the undo feature in most of the softwares is good, but sometimes the software just can't really lock in on what to undo, and it's kind of gotten off track somehow. So just
it's only as smart as you make it.
Yeah.
Put one thing wrong, it's all messed up.
Yeah.
From the start.
Yep. So you click it and you do it again, and then you get more practice. So yeah, repetition and start small.